Welcome to a gpsKevin adventure. gpsKevin rides are a unique combination of adventure, friendship, discovery, pushing the limits, adversity, and just plain fun. These adventures are done on your own terms, meaning that you lead how your own ride goes. Riders are provided with routes, maps, choices, navigation tools, often lodging, and a group of like-minded fellow adventurers. But the adventure is up to you. You alone can make it great or turn it into a disaster. You're on your own. Attitude is everything. I hope you turn it into a great adventure. Sidebar. Sometimes you have to ride like you're alone. So what does it mean to ride like I'm alone? Well, I slow down. I relax a little more. I take obstacles that are easy for me. I don't try something if I'm not sure I can make it. I ask myself, what is my exposure? Meaning that if I fall, how hard would it be to get help? What might happen if I fall? What might happen if my bike breaks? What are the chances that I might fall? What might happen if a deer hits me? The answers to these shape my riding behavior to where I ride with a behavior that I'm sure I will not crash or break my bike. Mostly that means I ride slow with great caution. These adventures are unique personal adventures as riders ride independent but together with small groups of other riders. The magic of GPS along with GPS Ride Donuts is that it allows riders to ride on their own but near other riders. Custom GPS ride cards include ride donuts. These are rider meetup locations throughout the ride where riders reconnect with the others in their group. Ride donuts appear as large double circles on your GPS screen. Riders stop at these ride donuts and wait for the other riders. If a rider turns up missing, then it is up to the team to go back and discover the issue. The team uses these ride donuts to ensure that everyone is doing well. After a quick check-in with the other riders, riders continue again at their own pace. There is a subtle magic with ride donuts. If you think you are following or behind someone, and you arrive at a ride donut and you don't see your friend, you should wait for him to return. You might just discover that along the way, you and your friend have traded ride positions without even knowing it. If you discover you have passed a donut without even noticing it, you should turn around and return to your waiting friends. The magic of ride donuts is that you'll never know who will be first. Riders choose their own route options. The ride includes paper ride maps to help you understand your ride choices during the day. It is best to study these choices before the ride and to ask any questions you might have. As the ride progresses, you can choose between green, blue, or red routes. In general, the blue route is meant to be the main route for the ride. The green route is offered as an easier option, and the red route is offered as a harder option. When considering what route to choose, riders should consider many factors, like how much time is left in the day. How are the weather conditions likely to affect the trail? How well has your bike been operating? Are there any possibility of issues or tires or chains, or does your bike talk to you in a funny way? How has the ride been going so far? How is your gas? If you are forced to return, can you do that with the gas that you have? What is the status of my other ride team members? Do we have a rider that is likely to struggle if we talk him into this route? Peer pressure can be a powerful thing, and so be careful with it. Everyone is agreeing to stick together and take care of each other. How has your energy level and enthusiasm been so far in the day? If you are questioning or unsure which route to take, it is better to default to the easier route choice and save the harder route for another day. Keeping yourself safe is most important. GPS Maps Explained. This ride is best done with the custom GPS card installed in your Garmin GPS unit. We don't use old-style tracks or routes, but rather custom maps that automatically show you the routes and the options on the screen as a collection of distinctive colored lines with embedded arrows. These are much easier to see than other forms, and the route direction and choices comes with ease. These lines are often referred to as chevron lines, allowing the rider to quickly realize if they are going the wrong direction. The maps include all the ride donuts. The lines on the map come in three colors: green, blue, and red, representing the choices for easy, main, and hard routes. There are also black lines used for out and backs, like gas stations or viewpoints. On some rides, the routes can be overlapping on different days, so for those instances, the riders will be required to turn on a new map for each day's ride. If you are unsure how to do this, just ask a Ride Yoda for help. Sometimes riders like to ride alone. I of course don't recommend this, but if you choose to do this, I would recommend that you get up early and ride in front of the groups. If you have trouble, then you would likely have someone coming by later in the day who might offer you some help. Okay, helpful stuff. You know, the stuff that keeps us all happy. This comes from tension on past rides. So be quiet in the hotel parking lots. No loud mufflers, and there is no need to rev up your bike. Don't draw attention to yourself. Remember, there are other people in the hotel. If you have a noisy bike, just push it out to the street before starting it and get it fixed before the next ride. Point number 2 is be courteous to your roommate. Go for the basics. You know, choose half your room and keep your stuff in your half of the room. Leave half of the room open for the other person. Clean up a bit in the bathroom after yourself. Be careful with your phone, as others can find it very disturbing during sleeping hours. Next, ride incognito. Ride with courtesy and respect. Be courteous of the non-riders around you. Ride quiet, low footprint. Ride slow when going by people. Don't tear the place up. No loud bikes. People love to hate motorcyclists and don't want to see us. They feel like we're on their land and that we destroy the land. Show courtesy. Don't disturb anyone. This includes don't stop and talk to anyone about the ride on the trail. Be careful at social hour. Don't tell anyone where you are riding from or to, and don't show anyone the maps. Just be casually courteous, and because you never know who's in the parking lot talking to you. And in a social conversation, don't send people to me to find out about the ride. Don't tell them, go ask that guy, he's the ride leader. Please don't do that, because I really don't want to talk to outside people associated with the ride. Also, I would suggest that you don't tell anyone you're riding in a large group, because in fact you're not riding in a large group, you're riding in small groups. And there's actually laws and permits required if you do ride in big groups, which most often we're not prepared for. If you happen to get hurt and use some emergency services that are near you, again, it's important to not tell the officials that you're riding in a big group, because you're not, and your level of assistance doesn't change. And again, don't be confused. You're actually riding on your own. There are no sweep riders. You should ride like you're alone, and you're totally responsible for yourself. Finally, every evening we try to do a parking lot happy hour. Each day we will try to have some snacks, drinks set up in the parking lot by the van. This is the place to relax and tell the day's ride stories. This is also the place for bike maintenance and to supervise the others repairing the bikes. The money for the snacks and drinks is by rider donation. If you eat or drink something, it would be great if you can contribute. If you would like to contribute, there is a money collection cup in the center cup holder of the van. If you would like to request something special, then let the van Yoda know, or you can simply stop at the local convenience store and pick up something and put it in the cooler for everyone to enjoy. Each day the van will stop and try to refresh the snacks and drinks. Okay, well, I hope you have a great and safe adventure. Thanks, GPS Kevin.